In order to bring something into true existence, we have to talk about it as if it was already there. We are living in it right now. If I say I don't want to work for this job, what am I going to do to make sure that happens? Because let's be real, talk is cheap. Anybody could say anything. But what are you actively doing? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Jackie, and on this channel, I talk a lot about personal development and using your skills that you already have innately in order to build the life that you want to have. Today, I'm going to talk about this whole idea of the winter arc and being able to utilize it for what it is in the remaining days of the year. I know sometimes, because I've been there too, it feels like you didn't hit your goals and everything has completely went to shit. And since you did not hit it, it just feels like everything is totally going bad and nothing is going to go right. Sometimes in the winter, it could be associated with darkness and difficulty and stagnation, but we don't have to have that. It can also be a time of great transformation. Now, you're seeing this video because it was meant to be seen. And if you've been wanting to start anything, I don't care if you've been wanting to start a YouTube channel, if you wanted to start a business, if you wanted to start that idea, if you wanted to make a career change, it does not matter. We have to use these last few weeks of this year and really transform our life into what we want it to be. In order to do that, we have to become so steadfast and so determined on what our end goal is. Sometimes we will not have the support that is needed in order to get to said target, but all of that is fine. All of that is fine. The only one cheerleader that you need is self. Self. You have to believe it. You have to believe that you can do whatever you set out to do. And as cliche as that is, the first step is convincing self. If you can't even convince self, you won't be able to convince anyone. But that should not be the goal at all. I think a lot of times we get stuck in not being able to truly see out what we're setting out to get to. And what I mean by that is sometimes we don't, since it's so cloudy, it's very hard to see those necessary steps, regardless if we know we have to take those steps. These are the steps that's required to get there. And especially when you may not have the support, you really may not even know how you're going to get there. Whether it's by the different resources, it's by money, or whatever the case may be. But I am here to tell you, if you truly, truly want something and you want your life to change, then it all starts with you. And I'm going to tell you a little story so you can understand where this is all coming from. I started this YouTube channel a few weeks ago. I didn't tell anybody. I didn't tell anyone because I didn't want anyone to know. I didn't want any interference out there. I didn't want anyone coming to the channel that I knew that would put all of those negative thoughts in my head about starting a new YouTube channel, whether it's, oh, well, Jackie, you're too old, you shouldn't be doing it. I mean, you're in your 30s. That's for young people, whatever. Some people are just negative, and they will be negative and they will try to tear you down. That was the first step. I knew by creating this YouTube channel and going out on my own, this was step number one that I had to do in order to truly begin the process of going out on my own. I've been saying for years that my skills that I have acquired over the years of working, I should be doing it out on my own. I should not be working for a company. But I said it. I kept saying it. Year after year after year, I would say the same thing. I have to get out of here. I have to get out of here. But let me tell you something. Sometimes in life, things come to you in ways that it will shake your core or shake your foundation. It might get you a little upset. But in the end, you will see that it was all meant to happen. I went through 3 cycles of being passed over a promotion, although I was fully qualified for the promotion. Every year I say, well, you know what? I'm just going to work harder to get to the next promotion, put in all of my all. Never got there. This year, made try number 3. Didn't get there. At first, I was kind of like, okay, well, I'm a little upset. Then I thought about it. Jackie, this is what you needed. That is what I needed in order to catapult where I am going. See, in order to bring something into true existence, we have to talk about it as if it was already there. We are living in it right now. If I say I don't want to work for this job, what am I going to do to make sure that happens? Because let's be real, talk is cheap. Anybody could say anything. But what are you actively doing? I had to come to the realization that if I don't want to be here, I have to act like I don't want to be here. I have to disassociate myself from that. I'm all about building on the side and being ready to walk at a moment's notice. I had to get serious. There was a lot of things coming at me. I said, okay, well, I have this, I have the clients, I have this, but I need to do what I need to do for self, or I will always be in a position where I have to work for a job. So I made up my mind. I said, you know what? F it. I'm going to do what I need to do in order for me to get ahead. Whatever that means. I'm going to have to go out on a limb. I will have to trust the process. The process that so many people trust when you tell them this is what it is. You have to trust within your own self. No one is going to do it for you. Nothing beats a failure but to try. You said you have the skills. You said you can do it. Then go out and do it. And that's what I'm doing right now. I went out on Upwork. I made me a profile. I have it written down. Made me a profile on November 25th. Made me a profile. First time ever going on Upwork. I had know nothing about Upwork. On December 1st, A few days later, I got a message back. It said they want to speak to me. On December 2nd, I closed a deal on my first client. That was confirmation of what I said I wanted to do. Sometimes we may not know the when or why, but we know we have to do it. I said I wanted this to happen, and it is happening. But in order for something to happen, you have to make sure you put in that work for it to happen. It wouldn't have happened any other way. If I did not believe in the fact that I truly want to get out, none of this would even happen. You are in charge of your own destiny. Nobody can tell you that you can't do whatever you set forth out to do. If you want to fall into the trap of believing what the naysayers say, what negative people say, then that will ultimately be your fault. I truly believe that if you put forth the effort and believe in whatever you say you want to do, you will be able to do it. Doors will open for you. If it's a money issue, money will come. What is meant to happen is truly meant to happen. When it's your time, you will know it is your time. And the fact that you're even seeing this video, this is the calling that you needed. Sometimes we need that extra push. Because, let's be real, things do not move unless there's an outside force pushed upon it. Let this video be the confirmation that you need. Do not let this winter arc or the last few weeks of this year, whatever you want to call it, don't let it go past without you initiating what you plan on doing. And if you found this video helpful, make sure you like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to the channel. And with that, I'm out.